Happy America Day to everybody. Full disclaimer, I'm Canadian, but we're gonna look at and rank every single Jeskai card in Magic the Gathering. The good old red, white, and blue, and in that proper ordering. So we're gonna start off with, as many people have mentioned in chat, Captain America in the Jeskai colors, a 4/4 human soldier hero. Like, you can't get any more American than that. It's got throw for 3 mana. Unattach an equipment from Captain America. He deals damage equal to that equipment's mana value, divided as you choose among 1, 2, or 3 targets. Now we also got catch. At the beginning of combat on your turn, attach up to 1 target equipment you control to Captain America. Now there's going to be 2 weightings to these cards. First, based on how good they are, and also second, how American they are. And this thing is super American. Very, very, very American. Captain America. Where would he be without that shield? Whoops. Where am I going? What am I doing? S tier for Captain America. I'm sure a lot of equipment players would also... They'd agree the same. They won't disagree whatsoever. Okay, we need another card now. You play Captain America? That's some good stuff there, Jess. Good stuff. Abzo with Satya. Your favorite commander. A lot of people like the Jeskai. You know, the Jeskai commanders, they're the fun commanders. You get access to card draw, board wipes, damage, you get taxing effects. You got it all. This is 4 mana for a 3/5 human artificer. Menace, haste. When Satya Etherflux Genius attacks, create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of up to 1 other target non-token creature you control. You get double energy counters, and at the beginning of the next end step, sacrifice that token unless you pay an amount of energy equal to its mana cost. So we got Menace, hard to block. We got haste. We get copies of our creatures. We can keep them for a cost. We've got ingenuity, engineering. We have to pay energy for it. I think that's very American, wouldn't you say? Welcome, Chows. Nice to see you. Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's a creature copying thing. A tier. Not the worst thing I've seen in the world. Little MX Doom with a super chat. Pramicon. The Sky Rapper. Let's get let's get political. 3 mana, 1/5 wall, flying defender, and as Pramicon Sky Rapper enters the battlefield, you got to choose left or right. Each player may attack only the nearest opponent in the chosen direction, and planeswalkers controlled by that opponent. Interesting. You're actually forcing everyone else's political ideology here. You got to attack everyone on the left. It's a weird card, though. Is it any good? Here's a battlefield. Choose left or right. Is there any strategic benefit to this? I mean, I guess so. If there's someone super powerful to your left, then you're always going to choose left. If you have someone super powerful to your right, you're always going to choose right. I will say the effect is outrageously powerful, but I don't know if it's any good. B tier. Depends on how the board is set up. Okay, next up, let's take Evan with Zedru. The Great-Hearted. We have a 4 mana 2/4 Minotaur Monk. This is at the beginning of your upkeep, you gain X life and draw X cards, where X is the number of permanents you own that your opponents control. This is a weird card. So it's like you're going to draw cards and gain life equal to the amount of stuff that you have given away. 3 mana, target opponent gains control of target permanent you control. I would say this is more goofball-y than good, I would say, if I were to take a random guess. Never played with the card. Very group hug-like. You can use flickers to make it so you can never be attacked. Oh, you're talking about this last card? You need those flickers in hand now, don't you? How are we feeling on Zedru? Is Zedru more in the fun category than powerful category? Everyone's talking about the last card. Matthew says, it can be if you make it where if you play other cards that stack the attack directions where no one can attack. It's just a gigantic stacks card. All right, well, I'm going to have... this is the guy you donate Illusions of Grandeur type cards. So basically, you fill the deck with a ton of junk. Oh, I see. Okay. So you just have the commander, and then your deck is just full of worthless nonsense, and then for 3 mana, you just keep giving it to somebody else. Interesting. It's a very big donation deck. Yeah, donate crap to the other player. I didn't think about it that way. Still sounds janky to me. I'm going to put in the B tier. I'd have to see it play out. I get it. I get it. You know, it's not the worst thing in the world. I don't know if the worst stuff comes in Jeskai colors, though. Okay, next, we're going to look at... Islarf, Narset, Enlightened Master. Okay, we got 6 mana for a 3/2 human monk. First strike, hexproof. Whenever Narset Enlightened Master attacks, exile the top 4 cards of your library. Until end of turn, you may cast non-creature spells from among those cards without paying their mana cost. Broken! It's downright broken. So you have hexproof, so you got protection. Then you can copy the things, or sorry, you can cast the cards that give you extra attack steps. Isn't there like some combo? I don't know how to describe it as a combo, but certain builds of the deck where you just keep finding cards that give you maybe extra extra turns or extra attacks, and this just keeps going on until you've killed your opponents. I guess with commander damage, might have to pump her up at the same time. Everyone's voting Sonic the Hedgehog and a bunch of other cards. Okay, I'm gonna vote Narset as S tier. I think she's got all the characteristics of S tier. I wish they put hexproof on more cards. More cards that are trying to do simple and fun things, not the broken stuff that Narset's trying to be a part of. Okay, next up, Sonic. We got to get some Sonic music in here. Sonic the Hedgehog, suggested by many people. It was a team effort. All right, we got You Gotta Go Fast. This is a 4 mana 2/4 Hedgehog Warrior. It's not out yet, so we don't actually know how well or how good or bad this card is yet. Haste, gotta go fast. Whenever Sonic the Hedgehog attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control with Flash or Haste. Whenever a creature you control with Flash or Haste is dealt damage, create a tapped treasure token. Doesn't sound that great. Getting attacked, so like, okay, your creatures get damaged, you get a treasure token, big deal. And when it attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control with Flash or Haste. It's just a weird lord. That's all it is. It's just a weird lord. It should have Flash, so you can actually surprise people and get those treasure tokens. I would actually say the Sonic the Hedgehog is not going to be all that good. I'm going to put in the D tier. Sorry, D tier is too low. D tier is absolute stone cold crap. See, I'm putting in the C tier. Sorry, Sonic fans. Maybe they'll make another Sonic the Hedgehog card and reveal it. Okay, next up, we have a super chat from John. New Way Forward. Turning in on a road trip. Okay, this is what? 5 mana instant. The next time a source of your choice would deal damage to you this turn, prevent that damage. When damage prevented this way, New Way Forward deals that much damage to that source's controller, and you draw that many cards. They got the counter attack. I think this is awesome. Oh, but it's still... Okay, so a source still needs to deal damage to you. Deal damage to that source's controller, and you draw that many cards. I think it's neat. I still think it's neat. It's a weird fog. It's a fog that you actually cash in on. I can put that... I'm going to put A tier. I like the effect. Oh my god. Trisaru with the Jeskai Ascendancy. Oh my god. They're trying to bring this card back. I don't know why they made this card. 3 mana enchantment. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn, and you untap those creatures. So if you have any sort of mana producer, and you play Jeskai Ascendancy, as you keep cantripping, that mana producer untaps, and then you can retap it for mana, which mana to spend on keep casting spells to make that creature bigger. And if you can just keep the chain going, eventually that one creature just becomes ginormous. And you can kill people on the spot. I think this is S tier quality. People are still making decks built singularly around this card. Strong combo card. Very annoying combo, I might add. Cast card, untap all your creatures, and if they put another creature in play, you got to keep track of how big that one is too. Huge pain. Yeah, we can do all the Jeskai cards. You're not limited to commanders, that's for sure. Steve Cooper with Hinata. The Dawn Crowned. There's a 4-mana 4/4 Kirin Spirit, Flying Trample. Spells you cast that cost 1 less to cast for each target, and spells your opponents cast cost 1 more to cast for each target. That's got to be good. We've got taxing and discount at the same time. Also tramples over the opponent. Also flies in the air, flying and trample. Very rare combination. Still can get blocked by Sarah Angel, though. I like it. S tier. We're going straight to the top here. Okay, Little MX Doom has another super chat. Zinnia. Valley's Voice. 3 mana, 1/3 bird, bird bard, flying. Zinnia Valley's Voice gets +X+0, where X is the number of other creatures you control with base power 1. Creature spells you cast have offspring of 2. Gets +X+0, where X is the number of other creatures you control with base power 1. So, it's for like a bird deck. So effectively, and by the way, most birds they're 1 power. I have to admit, bird decks are not very good. The birds are, like, for the most part, pretty crappy. I guess this is their lord and savior here, Zinnia, Valley's Voice. But the bonus is that all our creature spells have offspring of 2, so we can make multiples of that bird. To say this sort of sucks. We're trying to make birds good, but it's not. Okay, so I would normally put this at C tier, but you know what's a bird? The eagle. Oh, do I have an eagle sound effect? I don't. I got nothing. So we're going to put in the B tier for the bald eagle. It's not quite. It might be bald, actually. We can't see what's under that hat. Probably hiding the baldness. Next, the offspring tokens are base power. Creature spells you cast have offspring 2. You may pay an additional 2 as you cast a creature spell. If you do, when that creature enters, create a 1/1 token copy of it. Well, most of the birds... Oh, do you know what? I was interpreting this like you have to play a bird deck out of this. That's not true, actually. It's just creatures you control with base power and 1. So it actually could be anything. You could actually have, what's it called? Prowess creatures? Yeah, I didn't consider that. Okay, it has to be... It's probably a little bit stronger than that. We'll put in the A tier. There's a lot of really powerful 1 power creatures out there. Next up, let's go with Stanley Sheldon, the commander. I hope they made you good, Sheldon. Okay, 4 mana for a 7/7. That's pretty big. That's pretty big for a creature. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose an opponent at random. Sheldon, the commander, attacks that player this combat if able. So we've just got this is big, giant, funsy beat stick, right? And we're gonna roll dice to find out who we're attacking. Well, all I can say is that the price is right. Sheldon should have trample. Okay, I'm gonna put B tier. One is oh, there's actually a card. This is Ruhan the Fomori, for the most part. Okay, it's just a skin. Sheldon on Ruhan. Next up, Bell with Akim, the Soaring Wind. Five mana, 3/4 bird dinosaur. I heard birds are dinosaurs at the same time. Whenever you create one or more tokens for the first time each turn, create a 1/1 white bird creature token with flying. And for 6 mana, creature tokens you control gain double strike until end of turn. Tokens we gain. Okay. Create more and more tokens. Create a 1/1 bird creature token with. So if I make 5 tokens, I get 1 extra bird, and then for 6 mana, our tokens have double strike. Actually, seems quite underwhelming. That's a lot of mana to get double strike on tokens that are like puny. So we deal double the damage. And we don't even get that many tokens out of it. C tier. Okay, next up. Oh, we have a super chat from the Little Mex Doom. Catch and release. Is that why would they name a card like that? Okay, we have Catch, 3 mana sorcery, gain control of target permanent until end of turn. Untap it. It gains haste until end of turn. Pretty typical red card. Release for 6 mana, but you can fuse it. You can combine these two together to make a super card for 9 mana. Each player sacrifices an artifact, a creature, an enchantment, and a planeswalker. Even for 6 mana, that sucks. That's so bad. So it's just a multicolor, like, swiping card for 3 mana. And then but you can just play this for 6 mana. Okay, each player sacks an artifact, creature, enchantment, and land, and a planeswalker. It's not the worst thing in the world, but I also just don't think this is the greatest thing in the world. This is just a really expensive for both of the effects. C tier. Honestly, would rather put in the D tier. Oh, should I have the fused thing together? We should have it fused. Catch the whole fused thing. I don't know how much stuff is going to be in that C tier. This just looks weird. Okay, next up. We have Matthew Green that says, so it has one creature type, but said in 2 different ways? Where? Oh, you're talking about the bird dinosaur? I assume the bird dinosaur. Because some people say, like, birds evolved from dinosaurs. Next up, Benjamin Berkey with Dromar, the Banisher. 6 mana for a 6/6. It's a dragon. Whoops, that's wrong. Where am I? Flying. When Dromar the Banisher deals combat damage to a player, you can pay 3 mana. If you do, choose a color. Oh, no, this is Esper. What am I even looking at? There's a wrong color. Dromar. This is Dromar. We're Jeskai. This is very, very not American at all. Yeah, very wrong colors. That's Esper. Get it out of here. It's illegal. Okay, next. Go back. Toilet Duck, Liberty. Oh my god. Liberty Prime recharged. Yeah, what's America if it wasn't for Liberty? 5 mana for an 8/8 robot. Vigilance, trample, and haste. Whenever Liberty Prime recharge attacks or blocks, sacrifice it unless you pay 2 energy. Pay 2, tap, sacrifice an artifact. You get 2 energy and draw a card. This is quite interesting. It's super huge for 5 mana. It has trample and haste and vigilance. Oh, whenever it attacks or blocks, you have to sack it unless you pay 2 energy. So we need power. We need as much power as we can get. Democracy is non-negotiable. That's right. Got to spread that freedom around with Liberty Prime. Okay, I don't like this card. I think it's B tier, but because of the Liberty, we're gonna put it up. We're gonna put it into A tier. It stands for Liberty. Okay, Elixir with the super chat. The Legend of Arena. 4 mana for a saga that can be your commander. The Legend of Arena can be your commander. That's wild. Okay, Chapter 1. Create a 2/1 red human wizard creature token. Spells you cast this turn cost 1 less to cast for each wizard you control. That's also the Chapter 2. So I don't get it. So after you sack it, Does it have a second side? The hell is this? Where did this thing come from? First print Legend of Arena #4. Heroes of the Realm. Where did this card get conjured from? It's illegal. It's not legal in any format. Okay, and then anyway, chapter 3, search your library for a Planeswalker card, put it on the battlefield, then shuffle your library. It enters with an additional loyalty counter on it for each wizard you control. Is this a real thing? Is it like a physical paper card that you can own? Revised with Heroes of 2019. Wizards of the Coast employee exclusive card. So if you run into this thing in the streets, you'd be very lucky. It seems bad to me. Search library for a Planeswalker card. I guess this is the payoff. Okay, I better not underestimate this. I'm gonna put in the B tier. Better not underestimate it. Weird be my commander nonsense. Yeah, he be Robo-American. The last one, yeah. Liberty Prime recharged. Reminds me of a Transformer. Okay, next up, let's look at... Who doesn't have a card yet? I can't tell who's got a card, who doesn't have a card. Abzo with Zurgo. And Ojutai. Together, they become Jeskai. 5 mana for a 4/4 Orc Demon, Flying Haste. Zurgo and Ojutai has hexproof as long as it entered the battlefield this turn. Well, that's lame. Whenever one of our dragons you control deal combat damage to a player or battle. Ugh, that mechanic. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. You may return one of those dragons to its owner's hand. You may return one of those dragons. Look at the top 3 cards. The rest on the bottom. You may return... Who would... Okay, one or more. Oh, I see. So we can bounce our dragons back to our hand. This sounds awful. I'm not a fan of this thing. I don't know, maybe for dragon players they would think differently. I'm gonna put in the C tier. I guess they want to regurgitate, like, I don't like the idea of bouncing stuff back to my hand and having to recast it. That just sounds insane, but I guess you do it for the extra ETBs. Okay, Bryce with Shiko and Narset. Unified. Sick image. It's a 4 mana 4/4 Flying Vigilance with Flurry. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, copy that spell if it targets a permanent or player. You may choose new targets for the copy. If you don't copy a spell this way, draw a card. That sounds great. I love copying spells. What's the downside? You just can't whenever you cast your second spell each turn. Oh, it has to target a permanent or player. Otherwise, we just draw a card. So we can't copy Time Warp, is what you're telling me? We can't copy Time Warp? Is it A? Okay, B tier. If we could copy anything, then we're... It's possible this is stronger. It's possible that this is A tier. It's like a very... I think it's a very strong B tier. Okay, we got super chats. Akaya with Kaikar, the Wind's Fury. Sorry, there's no the. There's a lot of magic cards. You think there's a the wedged in there somewhere. 4 mana for a 3/3 bird wizard, flying. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. Sounds great. Sacrifice a spirit. This is insane. This is that. I mean, it's borderline broken. You just cast non-creature spells, make creatures, and make mana. Is this like a CEDH, just out of curiosity? Or is it just not strong enough? I don't know why this wouldn't be very strong. And again, you're in like a really good color pie. I should have like, when I do these tier lists, I need to have like the CEDH website open to show me the tiers of all these cards. We don't have a card yet, Christopher B. I guess we can go. This bird has the U.S. military defense budget. The entire military defense budget in the palm of its hands. I think this card is insane. I'm putting in the S tier. Okay, Christopher B wants desperately rewrite history. Commodore Guff. Commodore Let's take a look. Okay, 4 mana for a 5 loyalty Guff. At the beginning of your end step, you can put a loyalty counter on another target planeswalker you control. And then +1, create a 1/1 red wizard creature token with tap, add red. Spend this mana only to cast a planeswalker spell. I guess it's for Super Friends or something. -3, you draw X cards, and Commodore Guff deals X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of planeswalkers you control. And this thing can be your commander. So it's specifically for a commander-only deck. But you have to be in Jeskai colors, which, I mean, it's not terrible. There's a lot of good commanders in Azorius, like both, and also mono blue, mono white. I think a little less so in red. Though there is a lot of stuff going on over there. You ran step, put a loyalty counter on another target planeswalker. That ability is not that strong, given the fact that you want a bunch of planeswalkers on the battlefield in the first place. I also don't know how you defend all these planeswalkers. B tier. Your deck is full of planeswalkers. Who's there to defend them? Who's there to protect the planeswalkers trying to protect me? Okay, next we've got Super Chat from Lil MX Doom. Whirlwind of Thought. Ooh, 4 mana enchantment. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, draw a card. I don't have to say anything more than that. That's crazy. It's basically like Rhystic Study, except you draw a card for everything that you play. It's inverted Rhystic Study. And it's only 1 more mana than Rhystic Study. Crazy. Okay, next. Chows. Tetsun. Gnome Champion. It's a robot. It's going to be controlled by AI one day. 3 mana for a 2/2 gnome. Whenever Tetsun or another double-faced artifact enters the battlefield under your control, mill 3 cards. You may put an artifact card from among them into your hand. That's not bad. Craft with 6 artifacts. Exile this artifact. Exile this artifact. Exile 6 from among other permanents you control. Enter cards from your graveyard. Return it transformed into a 6/6 Vigilance Trampler. When it enters the battlefield or attacks, transform up to 1 other target double-faced artifact you control. Create 2 1/1 colorless gnome artifact creature tokens. This is too much work. You know, I don't mind. Like, basically, we're spending 3 mana to sort of dig for a card. And then after that, we got to do a lot of work to flip it around. So the front face is everything. I think it's a C tier level card. Did you know Commodore Guff has the power to break the 4th wall? No. Does he talk to us? Does he know that he's part of a... Does Commodore Guff know that they're part of a trading card game? I don't see that in the Flamer text. It's a very Deadpool-like card. Sheelan with Jeskai Revelation. Seven mana for an instant. Return target spell or permanent to its owner's hand. Wow, that is the most expensive... what is this effect called? Unsubstantiate that I've ever seen. Jeskai Revelation deals 4 damage to any target. Create 2 1/1 white monk creature tokens with prowess. Draw 2 cards, you gain 4 life. Wow, it's basically... It's like a command. Or not a command. What are those cards? They're so expensive and you get like 1 million abilities off. Ultimatum. It's like Jeskai Ultimatum. It's not... Like, I honestly don't think the ultimatums are all that good, but like the payoff is there. You get like a bunch of good stuff out of it, so I'll put in the B tier, but I mean, it's so clunky as hell. Yeah, I was looking at it like an ultimatum. So clunky, and like the only thing you do is you return the card back to their hand, and I bet by the time that you play this, they could probably recast it on the same turn. Why does it feel so weak? You know, it really isn't that weak. You deal 4 damage to something, so you probably blast it off into death. You create 2 prowess creatures. Now, they're 1/1s, but remember, they've got prowess. You get to draw 2 cards, so you replace this thing, and you gain 4 life, which I think... Life gain is a little bit underrated. I find that my life total just goes down in Commander. It never goes back up. Same thing in competitive Magic. I never play with life gain, as stupid as I am. Algot says, in one of the official MTG novels, Guff undoes an apocalypse by rewriting the novel itself. What? That's crazy. That's more powerful than... I think Guff has more power than Teferi. Teferi can go back in time, but can Teferi rewrite history the way Guff does? That's wild. Okay, we're going to look at way more of these Jeskai cards. In fact, I would like to do them all today. But we got to thank our sponsor today, FusionGamingOnline.com. My favorite place to buy my Magic the Gathering cards. Also, if you're interested in Lorcana, a lot of people are hot on that. 15% off all Lorcana sealed product right now. But don't forget, the Edge of Eternities are coming out. The spoilers are coming out. Pre-order at FusionGamingOnline.com or get your Final Fantasy cards. It's a lot of Final Fantasy cards. They're also hot. Get them while they're still hot. And it's very exciting. Using coupon code Nikachu at checkout to get 5% off all your purchases. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. Your ability to play any deck, any format you want. In the digital realm of Magic Online. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription using coupon code Nikachu_OWS. And back to Jeskai cards. What do we got here? I want some no card yet, people. We got Matthew Green here with Numot. Numa the Devastator. It's devastating. 6 mana for a 6/6 dragon, flying. When Numot the Devastator deals combat damage to a player, you can pay 3 mana. If you do, destroy up to 2 target lands. I bet this is like more frustrating to play against than it actually is good. I think it's a huge mana sink. I don't think that's that great. C tier. Very clunky. I think in the power of Commander, you're best off like killing people or interacting with their board more than you're interacting with one person's lands. I think. Just my opinion. Okay, we got, speaking of ultimatums, Inspired Ultimatum by Lil MX Doom. We got blue, triple red, double white sorcery. Target player gains 5 life. Inspired Ultimatum deals 5 damage to any target. Then you draw 5 cards? What? 5 life, 5 damage, draw 5 cards. 7 mana to draw 5 cards is not a bad rate. You know what sucks about this card? It's sorcery. Imagine this was instant speed. I bet it actually would see tournament play. No joke. Okay, A tier. I think the payoff is very strong. You draw a whole new hand, basically. Yeah, I think that Sonic sucks. It's like just a bad lord. I am not a big fan on that Sonic. Benjamin Berkey, Lightning Angel. Oh no. This used to be so hot back then, and now it's so not. It's just the times have changed. 4 mana for a 3/4 flying, vigilance, and haste. Just very below the power level of just Magic in general. That was so good at the time. C tier. Sorry, Lightning Angel. It's just the times have changed. I could put you in the middle here. That looks fine-ish. This is a good card if you play after Black Lotus. This? No? It's impossible. Are you talking about the last card? Oh, this one, yes. That'd be fine. Next up, Hexanort. Shiko. I saw a few other people call for Shiko. You want Paragon of the Way. There's a different Shiko. So this Shiko is a 5 mana 4/5 Spirit Dragon. Flying Vigilance. When Shiko enters, exile target non-land card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard. Copy it. Then you can cast the copy without paying its mana cost. Or a copy of a permanent becomes a token. Flying Vigilance. So, okay, I'll tell you what my problem with cards like this are. It's only really good if something's dead. So are we, like, intentionally sacrificing things to enable this? It's got pretty good stats. Like, this is a very strong blocker. It's 5 mana for a 4/5 flying and vigilance, so you can just attack somebody while you're on defense. That's good. That's a bonus. I'm just not a huge fan of these Okay, exiling cards from our graveyard. Well, how did they get to the graveyard? Why did the plan go so wrong? What happened? You should have been winning. Your stuff should never have gone anywhere. A tier. Reluctantly. Next up. Can copy the costless suspended cards. It's a good idea. That's a very, very good idea. Okay, Steve Cooper. Big super chat. Joda. And two freebies. The Archmage Eternal. He's a fun landfall Eldrazi commander. Donate a chat for 2. He will donate to 2 people. This is a 4-mana 4/3 flyer. You can pay Wooburg rather than pay the mana cost for spells that you cast. That sounds terrible. So the idea is, if you have like a really expensive card, well, it's not so expensive. You can spend 5 mana on it, and you may pay that. If it costs less than 5 mana, I guess you're just not going to. But there's no ETB to this card. There's no ETB. There's no activated abilities. It's just a weird cost reducer. The weirdest I've ever seen. C tier. Making things cheap. You know what? You know what? No, we're going to leave it there. We're going to leave it there. Yep. Okay, next up, we'll have Jack Solaris with... oh, you're going to get a super chat here, Jack Solaris. Compliments of Steve Cooper. Kasla, the Broken Hilo. 6 mana for a 5/4 Angel ally with Convoke, Flying Vigilance, and Haste. And whenever you cast another spell that has Convoke, scry 2, then draw a card. So whenever you cast another spell that has Convoke, scry 2... Oh, so you just basically cash in on those cards. And it has Convoke. Has Convoke itself... So the only problem is playing with enough good Convoke cards. Because honestly, I can't even name more than 3. In fact, I can name 0. Sorry, no, I can name Court of Calling. That's a good one. Then there's that Elephant one, where all the tapped creatures get a +1/+1 counter. Then there's... I tell you what, I think this card has a lot of potential. I think the ability is strong, but I don't know... I don't think there's enough good Convoke cards to build an entire deck around this. If there was, it'd be great. Otherwise, very lackluster. I think one day, if they make enough Convoke cards out of this thing, it'd be great. But we're still waiting for that day. Bob Talks Bridge with Rogrin Triome. Okay, I'll give you a super chat for that one. I guess we might as well add some lands. Okay, Rogrin Triome actually sees tons of play. You can cycle it for 3 mana. You can fetch it up from any fetch land. I won't say very much about this. This is an clearly S tier card. I don't think there's a lot of Jeskai lands out there, so we'll count some Jeskai lands. Brian with Dr. Madison Lee. 3 mana for a 2/3 Human Scientist. We have whenever you cast an artifact spell, you get an energy. Tap, pay an energy. Target creature gets +1/+0 and gains trample and haste until end of turn. You can also tap, pay 3 energy, draw a card, and also tap, pay 5 energy. Return target artifact card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. I think all these abilities are strong, but the problem is generating the energy is not so easy. Yeah, you're probably going to spend more energy than you actually get anything out of this card. I will say C tier. Welcome, Zachary. Welcome to the show. Why is it the first time? It's because you have a day off today. Happy American Day to all the Americans. Okay, we are... oh, that last card was not a super chat, so we can go to a super chat. We got Imard the Storm Cleaver from Kagan. 4 mana for a 4/4 human soldier. When Imard the Stormcleaver enters the battlefield or attacks, put a charge counter on it or remove one from it. Whenever you remove a charge counter this way, choose one. Imard deals 4 damage to any target. Imard gains lifelink and indestructible until end of turn. So when it enters or attacks, the problem is you can't use this thing easily. So you can attack, give it indestructible, put a charge counter on it or remove one from it. So it enters. Oh, I see. So I attack, I get a charge counter. The next time I can use it. So once every other turn, I get to shoot something. Or give indestructible. Too bad you can't give indestructible at will. Then this would be way higher up on the list. Otherwise, it's just okay. B tier. Voltlin, Arthur. Marigold Knight. Oh, it's a mouse! We have a 5 mana 4/5 mouse knight with haste. Whenever Arthur, Marigold Knight, and at least one other creature attack, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Return that creature to its own. Oh, you have to put it back into your hand at end of combat? No! Okay, so it's basically an ETB of getting a random creature, which, by the way, could also have their own ETB, and you get value. I like this card. You can play it immediately. And you still get the creature. So let's say you find a creature that's tapped and attacking, and it gets an ETB, and even if it gets bounced back to your hand, you can replay it later for another ETB. I think, maybe the problem is there may be limited good ETBs from this creature. I like the potential. A tier. At least I like the value. Algot says, you can't think of good Convoke? Hogak is a card that exists. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we have Hogak, Court of Calling, the Elephant. What else? What else? Running out of cards, you know. Okay, Pacers. Oh, no! This got sniped. Sorry about that, little MX Doom. Pacers fan forever. Narset. Jeskai Wayfarer. 3 mana for a 3/4 human monk. At the beginning of your end step, you may discard your hand. If you do, draw cards equal to the number of spells you've cast this turn. Is that any good? How easy is it to cast this card? Or, how easy is it to make use of that thing? So you may discard your hand. If you do, draw cards equal to the number of spells you've cast this turn. So turn 1, you do nothing. The turn that enters the battlefield, you do nothing. Next turn, you could rattle off a bunch of cards. Like, is it possible this thing's going to still be around by next turn? So you... Hellgod says, wait, there's a land with Triome in the name? I thought that was a fan-made term. No, they're all Triomes. Those are all real. They see a lot of competitive play. It is a Storm Commander. No, I totally get that. But if you do draw that many cards, it's at your end step, you get all these extra cards. How useful is this on the turn that enters the battlefield? And like, let's say you are storming off. Don't you want to storm off and win that turn? Or are we trying to win the following turn? Maybe I just don't know what the deck looks like. On the very first initial turn, you're playing a bunch of cards that set up the combo for next turn, so you dump your hand, draw a bunch of cards. It just seems awkward to me. I guess I see some potential in it, but I see a lot of downside too. B tier. Well, we haven't seen any absolute stinkers. Okay, next up. Okay, we're gonna donate this one. Sorry about that, little MX Doom. Lightning Angel. May Lightning Angel rest in peace. We'll give it to Kano. Kilo. No, I don't think we did Kilo. Apogee Mind. It's a robot. 3 mana 3/3 robot artificer. Haste. Whenever Kilo becomes tapped, proliferate. You can tap to any way. For example, tap the creatures for Convoke. Tap the creatures for like Springleaf Drum. At the same time, I still don't know how useful. I don't know how good Proliferate is. I also don't know how dangerous Proliferate is in a Jeskai deck. On top of that, I'm not really a Proliferate person. Well, it looks like the card isn't even out yet. I'm gonna be skeptical. I'm gonna put in the B tier. Well, like I should ask everyone, how powerful is Proliferating in a Jeskai deck? Is that busted or something? Oh yeah, we did Captain America first. First for America Day. Of course, this thing can just attack immediately. You know what? Everyone's always scared of Proliferate. I'm going to put in the A tier. I'm going to preemptively do it. Everyone's always scared of Proliferate. It only makes sense to give it the respect that it deserves, I guess. Let's the end with Flamehold Grappler. 3 mana for a 3/3 first strike. When this creature enters copy, the next spell you cast this turn when you cast it. You may choose new targets for the copy. Very clunky. I think this is a very clunky card. I mean, maybe it's not so bad if you have like Ponder. You play this, then play Ponder at 4 mana. C tier. I guess if you have a lot of mana, you Time Warp after this thing. Kagan with Jeskai Charm. Okay, hold on. Okay, what does Jeskai Charm do? It's 4 damage. I think creatures you control have lifelink. I think it's 4 damage to... Is it any target? I think it's 4 damage to any target. Creatures have lifelink, and I think untapped creatures, they get +1/+1 or some crap like that. Okay, put target creature on top of its owner's library. Okay, I'm an idiot. Okay, Jeskai Charm deals 4 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. Okay, I was close. I get halfsies for that one. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain lifelink until end turn. Oh, I merged those two together. I was bleeding those two together. I was there in Standard when this saw play. I was there, everyone. You did not do Canada Day. I did! I did do Canada Day. We did, it's like the best and worst Boros cards. It wasn't a super... you know what? It didn't do very well in the algorithm, but you can go back and see it. I mentioned Canada in that video, in that stream. Jeskai Charm. B tier. Next. I think this is getting not disqualified. Shiko and Narset Unified. Pretty sure we did that one. Shiko and Narset. Yeah, we did that one. Where did I put it? There it is. B tier. But here's the good news. I'm going to donate this. We're going to donate it to... Who doesn't have a card yet? The Red Scout. Optimus Prime, our hero. There's nothing more American than having a robot hero. Okay, 6 mana for a 4/8 robot. More than meets the eye. You know, I've read this card so many times, I have no idea what this card does. So you can cast the card converted for 5 mana. At the beginning of each end step, bolster 1. So you choose a creature with the least toughness and put a counter on it. +1/+1. When it dies, return to the battlefield converted into a convertible. And that convertible is called Optimus Prime Autobot Leader. 6/8 living metal with trample. And whenever you attack, bolster 2. The chosen creature gains trample until end of turn. When that creature deals combat damage to this player, convert Optimus Prime. I don't know what the hell this card does. So 6 mana for a 4/8, which is pretty big. Bolster 1. You may cast this card converted for 5 mana. Is it like the other side? Oh, I see. So we can play the other side. Trample. Whenever you attack, bolster 2. The chosen creature gains trample until end of turn. When that creature deals combat damage to a player this turn, convert Optimus Prime. Is this any good? Okay. Everyone, what is this? Is this S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier? I'm going to let everyone vote on this. I'm just gonna take a. I'm just gonna briefly look through the chat. It seems clunky to me, but it keeps it like the. I don't know. The stats on it seem pretty big. It's just like buffing stuff up though. Yeah, I get it. So like, it does have a lifeline of living through removal, which is good. I give, you know, I think that's great. So you have to kill it twice in order for it to go back to the command zone. We have one for C tier, a second for C tier. For all the Optimus Prime hero mains, your fate is in chat's hands. Ooh, Nolan says, "Oh, it's better than that. It's B tier." Okay, I guess we're just gonna go with C tier. Optimus is like B, C for casuals like me. Oh, okay, hard C. I see what you all did there. Okay, sorry, C tier, C tier. Whoa, 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 whoa. So it's bad. It's worse than casual. Okay, let's get back to business. It's B tier support card that sticks around. Jonathan, Gandalf. Gandalf is Jeskai? Of the Secret Fire. You mean that fire that was in Frodo's place? Actually, no, Bilbo Baggins' place. 4 mana for a 3/4 Avatar Wizard. Whenever you... What the hell is this word soup? Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand during an opponent's turn, exile that card with 3 time counters on it, instead of putting it into a graveyard as it resolves. Then, if the exiled card doesn't have suspend, it gains suspend. Why the hell do we want to... I don't get this. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand during an opponent's turn, exile that card with 3 time counters. Like, did it resolve? Then if the exiled card doesn't have suspend, it gains suspend. What's the point of this? Or do I get 2 copies of it? Is that the point? So I got a copy, and then I'm exiling another one as it resolves. Okay, because I was like, what is the point of this? We're just intentionally playing Magic like really slow, because that's how I'm interpreting this. There's it actually specifies at the beginning of your upkeep, remove a time counter. No, it doesn't specify this. Exile the card with 3 time counters on it instead of putting it to your graveyard. Oh, I see. So it did specify as it resolves. You get double get double of everything. That's crazy. S tier. I love playing on my opponent's turn anyway. Although I have to admit, counter spells are worthless. Completely worthless. David! Gandalf Fugray. We have another Gandalf. Gandalf. Oh, you mean Gandalf? Gandalf the Grey? Unfortunately, is it not Jeskai? Sorry about that. Cast a sorcery out of the opponent's turn. How often do you? Well, if you've got certain Teferis, you can do that. Protopon, Mantis Rider. Used to be super popular. Okay, we have 3 mana, 3/3 Flying, Vigilance, and Haster. That's it. Very, very vanilla. Used to be pretty good. Now it's just really mid. C tier. Too mid. Too mid for my taste these days. No, it's just a joke from the Chinese Lord of the Rings memes. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not familiar. I don't go that deep into the meme lore. Okay, Felicia, did we do rediscover the way? We did not. Okay, rediscover the way. 3 mana saga. Chapters 1 and 2. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Chapter 3. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell this turn, target creature you control gains double strike until end of turn. So it's card advantage for the first 2 turns, which I think is just... So it's 3 mana, look at the top 3 cards. I think that's like below power level, and the third one is not really much of a payoff. It doesn't even transform into anything. But I'll tell you what I like. I can grab the whole picture. And it matches here, I think, perfectly. I think this is our first D card. No, it can't be that bad. C tier. I haven't seen any, like, you know, for 3 colors, you get something out of it, you know? You get something. 2 mid for C tier. Mantis Rider has to be D tier. That's right. 2 mid. 2 mid that it hurts. Okay, what do we got next? Zachary with Elsha 3-fold Master. Ooh, it's a 1/1 with Trample and Prowess. And when it deals combat damage to a player, create that many 1/1 white monk creature tokens? That sounds insane. I guess the problem is dealing damage to somebody. Deal combat damage to a player. Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's like... You know what it is? It's like a bad Monastery Mentor. Because every single time you play a spell with Monastery Mentor, you get a monk token, right? So in this case... Yeah, so it's just a bad Monastery Mentor. Where in this case, you use your spells to buff this thing up. You need to attack, not get blocked. You need to deal damage, and then you get that many tokens. So it's actually just strictly worse Monastery Mentor in every single... Wow, I was about to put this like A tier. I think I'm going to put it in C tier now. It's a terrible Monastery Mentor. Terrible. What's with these Elshas? Is there a... Okay, so there's an Elsha the Infinite. Elsha, you're so popular. I never heard of you until now. 5 mana for a 3/3 Dijin Monk with Prowess. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. I love looking at the top card of my library, even just out of curiosity. You may cast non-creature spells from the top of your library. If you cast a spell this way, you may cast it though it had flash. So it's just a fancy... It's a fancy, glorified... Future Sight. Future Sight with Prowess. B tier. How good is Zedru? Have I forsaken this card? It just looks like jank to me. I mean, it's slightly useful jank, but I can't see it being powerful. But maybe some people who've played against the card, they know otherwise. Dominic with Kaith. Famed Mechanist. 4 mana for a 3/3 with Fabricate 1. Other non-token creatures you control have Fabricate 1. Pay 2, tap, Populate, or Proliferate. Neither of these abilities are bad. The only bad thing about this is it doesn't have haste. She don't have haste. I'm gonna put her B tier. I honestly don't know how strong Populate is in a Jeskai deck. Zedru is fun and janky. That's all you have to tell me. That's all I needed to hear. Fun, janky, probably should be D tier. Zedru is A tier because of hindering cards that you can donate to your opponent, like aggressive mining. That's funny. Yeah. Oh man, I didn't think about aggressive mining. That's super funny. Next up, Milo. Whirlwind of Thought. Oh, we did this one. I thought it was busted. S tier. I think the thing is awesome. People play stuff like Steel Golem with Zedru. Oh, I'm sure. Narset Enlightened Exile is better than the first Elsha we saw. Have we got everything? There's got to be cards that we haven't done. Oh, hold on. We got something from Benjamin Berkey with odds / ends. Flip a coin. If it comes up heads, if it comes up heads, counter target instant or sorcery spell. If it comes up tails, copy the spell and you choose new targets for the copy. Oh, it reminds me of that Is It card that counters spells or you take it. And then ends. Target player sacrifices 2 attacking creatures. So if it comes up heads, otherwise you copy it, but it still resolves. Target player sacrifices 2 attacking creatures. I think this is awful. I think it's terrible. D tier. Here's our first D tier. There's not a lot of space there, so it can take up the entire thing. Kano with the Arch Mandrite, Advisor Lord. 5 mana for a 0/5. So this is like attacking with toughness type of deck. At the beginning of your upkeep, you gain X life, where X is the number of cards in your hand to -4. So like the opposite of the rack. Whenever you gain life, each advisor, artificer, and monk you control gains vigilance and gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is the amount of life you gained. Not terrible. And then tap 3 untapped advisors, artificers, and or monks you control to draw a card. I don't think this is a terrible card. So I think this is pretty good. And if you can make, I mean, I don't know how you're making the advisors and the monks and artificers, but I mean, this plus like Monastery Mentor, I can see a world where you keep drawing cards, you keep making monks, and you keep tapping them, and you keep gaining life. I think this card has potential. People are going to shout at me. I'm going to put in the A tier. I don't care. And also, not to mention, you can also, you know, Wheel of Fortune and then top your hand up to 7. Matthew Green, stream idea. Cards you want to donate to your opponents. We have done a few of those shows, but you know what? We could do another one. You know, I'm at the point where I got to start recycling the shows. After like 3 years, you know, we're running dry. We're running really, really dry. How much do I have to super chat to get 1080p resolution on the show? Probably nothing. I'm actually looking to move to 1080p. And if everyone's internet is, I don't know, if the internet is suffering again, I'm going to have to tell everyone, you got to suck it up. You got to just individually, manually switch it to 720p. Magic has a lot of bad cards. Oh, absolutely. Trisaru with Saint Traft and Chemros. I think someone also suggested that. Who else suggested? Oh, maybe it was just you. Saint Traft. Yeah, maybe it was just the person suggesting it was you. 3 mana for a 3/4. Spirit Human, which is a really weird creature type. You don't see that. That's like basically an oxymoron. Whenever Saint Traft and Carolus becomes tapped, create a 1/1 red human creature token. If this is the first time this ability has resolved this turn, if it's the second time, create a 1/1 blue spirit creature token with flying. If it's the third time, create a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying. Whenever you cast a spell that has Convoke, untap Saint Traft and Rem Carolus. Why? Oh no, there's quite a few white Convoke cards, I guess, that would make this work. So this thing has to become tapped, and we're making creatures. The odds of what are the odds of tapping this 3 times in 1 turn? How does that even happen? It's impossible. You'd have to tap, untap, tap, untap. You would need what was it, Paradise Mantle or something? This seems so okay, hold on. We're gonna take the whole thing. We'll take it widescreen. Going to D tier. We need to fill D tier up. It could be filled with this junk. Like, it's such a weird card. This is the backup commander of that other angel that cares about Convoke. Yeah, absolutely. 2 Convoke spells and a combat phase. I have an entire deck around it. Whenever Saint Traft and Karamos becomes tapped, you get a 1/1. If this is the first time this ability has resolved this turn. How are you using the creature to tap again? That's the part I don't understand. Because it sounds like you have to tap this creature. Whenever it becomes tapped, you get the 1/1 human. If it's the second time you've tapped this creature, you get a 1/1 blue. If it's the third time you somehow tap this creature, you get a 4/4 angel. Show idea. Ranking cards in the decks of world champions. Cards in the decks? You mean like the world championship decks? I don't quite understand the idea. Read the last ability. Whenever you cast a spell that has Convoke, untap. Ah! But it only works with Convoke. So we're just constantly convoking over and over again. D tier! I don't care. Something's got to go there, and it's going to be this thing. Sorry, Saint Traft. Someone had to do it, and it was you. Okay, Hexanort. Zinnia, Valley's Voice. Oh, we did this one. Sorry about that. Okay, Christopher B wants a second card. Mythos of Vadrox? Apex of Thunder? Oh, no. Mythos of Vadrox. This is... Okay, Jeskai in Identity. 4 mana, sorcery. Deals 5 damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures and or planeswalkers. Now, if Azorius was spent to cast this spell, until your next turn, those permanents can't attack or block and their activated abilities can't be activated. Divided as you choose, so no attacking, no blocking. This is awful. 4 mana, deal 5 damage card. At sorcery speed at that. D tier. It's a brutal card. Just brutal. We saw that card yesterday. Did we? I don't remember. Traft is dead. He don't care. He said, yeah, Traft is literally dead. F's in chat for Saint Traft. I don't know how he went. But I know there's an angel looking over him. Steve Cooper with the Face of Bo. This card was hyped during spoilers and never saw it being played. I would never, I would not play it just for the art. And nothing against Greg Staples. I mean, I just think this character is ugly as hell. Like a Klingon from Star Trek. It's a 4 mana 0/4 Alien Advisor. Tap, you may cast a spell with Suspend from your hand. If you do, pay its Suspend cost rather than its mana cost. Activate only as a sorcery. Oh yeah, this sounds really clunky. Super clunky. There we go. We filled up the D tier. We did it. It's on its way. Bryce with Arthur. Marigold at Night. Uh-oh. Oh, it's M-A? There we go. Found it. Oh, we did this one. So we've done everything? Is that it? We've gotten them all? Christopher B is not done yet. Raka. Raka Sanctuary. Okay, hold on. I might disqualify this one. It's just red. Jeff with Aragorn. The King of Gondor. Okay, 4 mana for a 4/4 human noble. Vigilance lifelink. When Aragorn, King of Gondor, enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. Whenever Aragorn attacks, up to 1 target creature can't block this turn. If you're the monarch, creatures can't block this turn. Seems absolutely nuts. I mean, I'm not going to put this as broken, but attacks, defends, and then if you're the monarch, like basically they can't block. Just firming an even higher grip on your king, on being a king. A tier. I like it. Jackal. Oh, Jack, Captain America. We did Captain America. S tier. For flavor. The Captain. I don't know if we did the 11th Doctor. How do I find this? 11th? Do I have to spell it out? I do. Okay, it's a 3. It's only Jeskai. Oh, sorry, it's Azorius, not Jeskai. How about Matthew Green? Narset, Enlightened, Exile? I don't think we did this one. Okay, so 4 mana for a 3/4 human monk. Creatures you control have prowess. And whenever Narset attacks, exile target non-creature, non-land card with mana value less than Narset's power from a graveyard and copy it. You may cast the copy without paying its mana cost. That sounds great! So you can copy Time Warps, especially since she has prowess. We can copy anything. We can copy extra attack spells. S tier. How did no one mention this card up to this point? Love it. Oh, you meant Kate Stewart? Okay, let's look up Kate Stewart then. Okay, 4 mana for a 3/3 human scientist. Whenever you put one or more time counters on a permanent you control, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. Whenever Kate Stewart attacks, you may pay 8. If you do, attacking creatures get +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of time counters among permanents you control. I don't get it. Okay, so... whenever we attacking at 8 mana, that's a lot of mana, though. If you do, attacking creatures get +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of time counters among permanents you control. That sounds so awkward. The first ability sounds better, but you need to have things on suspend. But yeah, you have to have a time counter on here. Seems brutal. D tier. Jeff says, how about Shu Yun, the Silent Tempest? Shu Yun. Yep, this counts. Okay, so we have 3 mana for a 3/2 Prowess Monk. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you can pay 2 mana, Boros mana. If you do, target creature gains double strike until end of turn. Cast non-creature spell, you can pay... It's a lot of... I think it's a little bit too much mana to get the ability off, but, I mean, the creature itself has prowess. Can give double strike to other creatures. I can put in the C tier. There you go there, Shu Yun. Hope you're enjoying yourself over there. Little Devflies, like stream idea. Cards that feature Urza, Teferi, any other character of your choice in the flavor text. Maybe there's some people hype for that type of thing. Usually people go for cards that they want to play in their deck. I guess that might be important for anyone that's making like an Urza-themed Teferi type deck. No, not suspend, vanishing, and impending. Oh, okay. Does not change my mind. Jackal. Jeskai Revelation. I think we did this one. Yeah, we did this one. Sorry about that. What else? Gonna try to get them all. Gotta collect them all. All the Jeskai cards. Raka-Volver from Benjamin Berkey. 3 mana 2/2. A kicker of white and a blue or just a blue. Sorry, white and a generic or just a blue. If you paid the white kicker cost, a Raka-Volver comes into play with 2 +1/+1 counters on it, and it has whenever Raka-Volver deals damage, you gain that much life. So basically, it has lifelink. Did it just gain lifelink? No, it doesn't. It's got delayed lifelink. If you paid the blue cost, it comes to play with a +1/+1 counter and has flying. This is terrible. When pigs fly, D tier. What about Whirlwind of Thoughts? Okay, let's try that one. We'll try to get you in the show, Jackal. No, we did that one. It's broken. It's broken. Here, it's S tier. Okay, I think that's it. These are a bunch of repeats. We did almost every Jeskai card. It wasn't bad. It was a pretty good show. We filled up almost the entire tier list. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad for America Day. As usual, we do this show 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be square, my coffee crew. Thanks to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or super chat so other people are part of the show. And of course, thank you very much, everyone, for being here today. Everyone with their suggestions. Jackal, you didn't get anything today, but you know what? Next time, this show happens every weekday. You're gonna have another chance. We gotta thank people like you for trying. People like Jeff, Toilet Duck, Christopher B, Bryce, Matthew Green, Bell. We got Kano, Little Deadfly, Bob Talks Bridge, Argentina, Steve Cooper, Benjamin Berkey, Bryce, I think I got Matthew Green, Maddie Madsen, and many more. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep bringing those coffees. I'm going to keep bringing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.